Hello, friends. How are you guys doing today? Well, I am doing a book haul today, and some of these books I have read before, and some of one, two, three are actually by my favorite authors. One is just a little side story to the Twilight series. So let's go. Okay, so I got Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I think I ever pronounced the Bronte sisters' last name correctly. A novel, a novel of intense emotional power, heightened atmosphere, and fierce intelligence. Jane Eyre dazzles and shocked readers with its passionate deception of a woman's search for equality and freedom on her own terms. Its heroine, Jane, endures loneliness and cruelty of her heartless aunt and the cold charity of Lowood School. Her natural independence and spirit proves necessary when she takes a position as governess at Thornfield Hall. When she finds love with her sardonic employer, Rochester, the discovery of a shameful secret forces her to make a terrible choice. I love that book. Love the story. Jeanette Oke, When the Heart Calls. I love Jeanette Oke. She is a Christian author from, I can't remember what part of Canada, but she's from Canada. I can't remember exact what province she's from, but she's from Canada. And this one is When the Heart Calls. Elizabeth Thatcher is a young, pretty, cultured, and educated. But when her journey west to teach school in the foothills of the Canadian Rockies, she is completely unprepared for the conditions she encounters. Still, she determined to succeed at the formidable task of fitting in with the locals and sharpening the hearts and minds of the school children in her care. She's just as determined not to give her heart to any of the local frontiersmen until she meets Wayne Delaney, a member of the Canadian Mounted Police. This book was the one that inspired the movie and the television series for the Hallmark Channel. Oh, wait a minute. Jeanette Oke is celebrated for her significant contribution to the Christian book industry. Her novels have sold more than 30 million copies, and she is the recipient of the ECPA President's Award, the CBA Life Impact Award, the Gold Medallion, and the Christie Award. Jeanette lives with her husband Edward in Alberta, Canada. Okay, there goes that one. I can't remember if this was. I've read her books before. Not all of them, but most of them. I think this one's the first one of a series. I don't know. It doesn't say. Usually like on the sides they say book 1, book 2. This one here says the movie edition, but it does have return her books by Miss Oke. Return to Harmony, Another Homecoming, Tomorrow's Dream, Dana's Valley, Return to the Canadian West, When Courage Calls, where trust lies, where hope prevails. Acts of Faith series, The Centurion's Wife, The Hidden Flame, The Damascus Way, Canadian West, When Calls the Heart. Okay, this is a part of a series. When Comes the Spring, When Breaks the Dawn, When Hope Springs New, Beyond the Gathering Storm, and When Tomorrow Comes. Okay, so I'm going to start getting a series then. I have read all the Love Comes Softly books. Love Comes Softly love's enduring promise, love's long journey, love's abiding joy, love's unending legacy, and love's unfolding dream. Love takes wing, love finds a home. Prairie Legacy, which I have also read that series, and it's the tender years, a searching heart, a quiet strength, like gold refined, return to the Canadian West, when courage calls, when trust. Okay, I don't know why that one's down there twice. Okay, so it's the same books. Seasons of the Heart, I have read that one. Once Upon a Summer, The Winds of Autumn, Winter is Not Forever, Spring's Gentle Promise, Song of Acadia, The Meeting Place, The Sacred Shore, The Birthright, The Distant Beacon, and The Beloved Land, When Hope Calls, and Hilding Hope, and then Women of the West. I have read some of these books, not all of them. I have read The Calling of Emily Evans, and there's Julie's Last Hope. I have read Roses for Mama. A woman called Damaris, they called her Mrs. Dog. I read that one. The Measure of a Heart, A Bride for Donegan, Heart of the Wilderness, To Love a Stranger, The Bluebird and the Sparrow, A Gown of Spanish Lace. I have read that one, and Drums of Change. And then look for Jeanette Oak, A Heart for the Prairie by Laurel Oak Logan, which is her daughter. Yeah, it's her daughter. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so this is the short second life of Bree Tanner. And this is off the Eclipse book by Stephanie Meyer. I own all 4 of Twilight books. And Midnight Sun, which is Edward's version of the first Twilight book. And then this one. I just wanted to get the full series, even though this one's a little snippet and way thinner than the other books. They also have Life and Death, the Twilight Saga, the official illustrated guide. If I remember correctly, I have not read Life and Death, but that's supposed to be like the tables are, if I remember correctly, the tables are turned where like Bella is actually the vampire and Edward is actually the human, if I remember hearing correctly. But leave a comment and let me know if I was right on that one, because I'm not for sure. And then I got the Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. He was one of my brother. I love his stuff. My brother loved his stuff when he was alive too. And one of the most original American writers, Edgar Allan Poe, shaped the development of both the detective story and the science fiction story. Some of his poems, The Raven, The Bells, Annabel Lee, remain the most popular in American history. Poe's tales of the macabre still thrill readers of all ages. Where here are the familiar favorites like The Prolonged Letter, The Fall of the House of Usher, The Murders in the Row Morgue, together in less well-known masterpieces like The Imp and the Preserve, the narrative of A. Jordan Prim, and I'm going to try to pronounce this, guys. Please forgive me. Ligeia. I don't think I pronounced that right, so please forgive me on that one. Which is now recognized as one of the first science fiction stories. A total of 73 tales in all, plus 53 poems, a generous sampling of Poe's essays, criticism and journalistic writings. And I paid like maybe with tax $23 for this one. I mean, it is pretty, sick. And just, for some reason, I just got to thinking of my brother, and I know how he loved Poe, and it's just the time of year, even though it's now January, it's just, Bub always liked reading The Raven around this time of year anyway, and so I just thought, like, you know what, I'm going to get this book, and since it has practically everything the man has ever wrote, so Bub, for you. Okay, guys, but that is the extent of this haul. I hope you like it. To my new subscribers, welcome to the channel. And I hope you enjoy my little reels with Loki, my videos, folk cozy videos, my cottage. Like I said before, if you haven't caught, if you're new, I'm leaning towards now cottagecore vibes. That's why I've been doing more like about books, and I like to read anyway. If I could have a job where I'm just like sitting in a corner reading a book all day long and get paid for it, life would be like immaculate. If I could just stay at home all day, 7 days a week with Loki and just read books, I would be happy. Happy. Right now the fur baby is laying in the middle of the bed. I just made the bed and she's like curled up on blankets and pillow and just snuggled down, cuddling. Today is a beautiful day outside. I will probably go out here in a little bit and read a book under a tree. And just enjoy the day. I do have the windows open. I wanted Loki to needed to air out the apartment anyway. It's been cold the last it was pretty cold last weekend, and up until like Wednesday of last week. And because I know when I left my apartment Wednesday morning to go to work, it was 18 degrees, so it was pretty chilly. So so I turned the heat off and opened up the windows so Loki and I can get some fresh air. She hardly ever goes outside unless I have her in her backpack. And excuse me, guys. And I just wanted to get the apartment aired out a little bit before the weather gets too bad and it just goes from fall weather to like not wanting to go outside at all because it's too cold to do anything. So, alright guys, so have a good week. I will see you next Sunday. I love you, and I will see you soon.